Have you ever noticed how some people seem to get everything they want in life, while others keep struggling? You know what I mean? Those people who always land their dream jobs, find perfect relationships, or just seem to have good luck following them everywhere. I used to watch them and think they must have some special secret, some hidden advantage that I didn't know about. Well, today I'm going to share something that will change everything for you. This isn't like those other manifestation videos that tell you to just think positive or visualize harder. No, this is the missing piece that nobody talks about. The real reason why some people manifest their dreams while others don't. I discovered this by accident, and at first, I couldn't believe how simple it was. But once I understood it, everything in my life started changing. And I mean everything. The best part? Anyone can do this. It doesn't matter where you are in life right now, what you've tried before, or how many times you've failed at manifesting. This method works because it taps into something we all have inside us, something so natural that you'll wonder why nobody told you about it before. But before I share this secret with you, I need you to do something. Take a deep breath and clear your mind of everything you think you know about manifestation. All those complicated techniques, all those rules you've been trying to follow, just let them go for now. Because what I'm about to share might seem too simple at first, but I promise you, it's the key to everything you've been wanting to create in your life. Let me take you back to where this all started. Just 2 years ago, I was probably exactly where you might be right now. I was stuck in a job that drained my energy every single day. My bank account? Let's just say I was way too familiar with those insufficient funds notifications. And relationships? It felt like I was watching everyone else find their perfect match while I kept meeting people who just weren't right for me. I did everything the manifestation gurus told me to do. My walls were covered with vision boards. You couldn't see the paint underneath all those pictures of dream houses and exotic vacation spots. I wrote affirmations until my hand cramped. I meditated so much that my legs would fall asleep. I bought every crystal they said would help, burned every kind of sage they recommended, and followed every moon ritual I could find. I even set alarms on my phone to remind me to visualize at the most powerful times of the day. But nothing was changing. Sure, I'd get little signs here and there, maybe a few good days that made me think things were finally turning around. But then life would go right back to the way it was. It felt like the universe was playing a cruel joke on me. How was it possible that I was doing everything right, but getting nowhere? I started to think maybe I was just one of those people who weren't meant to have their dreams come true. You know that feeling? When you start wondering if maybe you should just settle for less and stop hoping for more. Then something happened that changed everything. It wasn't a big dramatic moment like you might expect. Actually, it was such a small thing that I almost missed its importance. I was sitting in a coffee shop, feeling pretty down about another failed attempt at manifesting something I really wanted. I had just spent 30 days following a manifestation challenge that promised amazing results. But here I was, no closer to my goals than when I started. As I sat there, I overheard a conversation between two people at the next table. They were talking about success, but not in the way you usually hear people discuss it. What they said sparked something in my mind, a completely new way of looking at manifestation. It was like all the puzzle pieces I'd been trying to force together suddenly fell into place on their own. That's when I understood the simple truth that had been hiding in plain sight all along. Here's the thing about manifestation that nobody tells you. We've been doing it backward. All this time we've been taught to focus on the end result, to visualize what we want until we can almost touch it. But that's exactly why most people fail at manifesting. It's like trying to build a house by starting with the roof. It just doesn't work that way. The real problem isn't that manifestation doesn't work. It's that we've been taught to approach it in a way that goes against how the universe actually operates. Think about it. When you really want something, what do? You probably spend hours thinking about it, imagining it, trying to figure out exactly how to get it. And what happens? The more you chase it, the further away it seems to get. It's like trying to catch your own shadow. The faster you run, the faster it moves away from you. I see this happening everywhere. People spend years jumping from one manifestation technique to another, getting more and more frustrated when nothing works. They blame themselves, thinking they're not doing it right, or that maybe they're just not worthy of getting what they want. Some even give up on their dreams altogether, convincing themselves that manifestation is just a nice story that works for other people, but not for them. But here's what's really going on. When you're too focused on what you don't have, you're actually telling the universe that you're coming from a place of lack. It's like going to a restaurant and telling the waiter all the things you don't want to eat, instead of simply ordering what you do want. The universe doesn't understand don't or not. It only understands what you're putting your attention on. Think about the last time you really wanted something. Maybe it was a new job, a relationship, or more money. How did you feel when you were trying to manifest it? If you're like most people, you probably felt a mix of hope and worry. Hope that it would work, but worry that it wouldn't. And that's exactly where the problem lies. That feeling of worry, that underlying fear that it might not work. That's what's been blocking your manifestations all along. This is why vision boards and affirmations often don't work the way we expect them to. When you're staring at pictures of things you want but don't have, what's really going on in your mind? There's a tiny voice inside saying, "But how?" Or "What if it doesn't work?" Or "This seems too good to be true." And guess what? Those doubts are actually stronger than the positive images you're trying to focus on. The real problem is that we've been taught to focus on the wrong thing. We've been told to concentrate on what we want, but nobody told us that the secret isn't in the wanting. It's in something else entirely. Something so simple that most people overlook it completely. Something that's already inside you, waiting to be activated. And the craziest part? Once you understand this simple shift in how manifestation really works, everything becomes easier. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to spend hours visualizing or repeating affirmations. You don't have to rearrange your whole life or follow complicated rituals. All you need to do is understand this one simple truth that changes everything. What I'm about to share with you might sound too simple at first. In fact, you might even think, "That's it?" But remember, the most powerful truths in life are usually the simplest ones. The real secret to manifestation isn't about what you do on the outside, it's about how you feel on the inside. Not just any feelings, but one specific feeling that changes everything. Think about a time when you were completely happy with something in your life. Maybe it was a perfect morning when everything just felt right, or a moment when you felt totally at peace with yourself. Here's what's interesting. In those moments, you weren't trying to manifest anything. You weren't asking for anything. You were just being. And that's when the magic happens. The hidden truth is this. Manifestation works best when you stop trying to manifest. It's like trying to fall asleep. The harder you try, the more impossible it becomes. But the moment you relax and let go, sleep comes naturally. This is exactly how manifestation works. When you're in a state of peaceful acceptance, feeling content with where you are right now, that's when your dreams start coming to you. You see, the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to your energy, to your state of being. When you're constantly focusing on what you want, you're actually sending out the energy of lacking something. But when you're in a state of gratitude and contentment, you're sending out the energy of already having enough. And that's what attracts more good things into your life. Let me explain it another way. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract friends effortlessly? They're not trying to make friends. They're just being themselves, enjoying life, and people naturally want to be around them. This is the same principle. When you stop trying so hard and instead focus on feeling good about where you are right now, you become magnetic to the things you want. Now, let me show you exactly how to put this into practice. The method I'm about to share is so simple that you can start using it today, right after watching this video. It doesn't require any special tools, any specific time of day, or any complicated rituals. All it needs is you and your willingness to try something different. First, you need to understand that manifestation isn't about the future. It's about the present moment. Instead of thinking about what you want to have, focus on how you want to feel right now. This is the foundation of everything. When you wake up in the morning, before you do anything else, ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? Not what you want to get or achieve, but how you want to feel. The second part of this method is what I call the already there technique. Whatever you want to manifest, find ways to feel like you already have it in some small way. Want more money? Focus on feeling abundant with what you have right now, even if it's just being grateful for having enough for a cup of coffee. Want love? Focus on the love you already have in your life, whether it's from family, friends, or even a pet. Want success? Celebrate your small wins every day. This leads us to the third and most powerful part, living in the state of appreciation. This isn't just about saying thank you for things. It's about really feeling grateful for what's already in your life. When you're truly appreciative, you can't feel lack at the same time. It's impossible. And when you're not feeling lack, you open yourself up to receiving more. The key is to make this a natural part of your day, not another task on your to-do list. Start small. When you're drinking your morning coffee or tea, really savor it. Feel grateful for its warmth, its taste, the moment of peace it gives you. When you're walking somewhere, notice the sky, the trees, the air you're breathing. These might seem like tiny things, but they add up to create a powerful energy of contentment. Remember, this isn't about denying your desires or pretending you don't want more in life. It's about changing your relationship with those desires. Instead of coming from a place of need, you're coming from a place of wholeness. You're saying to the universe, I'm happy now, and I'm open to more. The reason this method is so powerful is that it aligns with how the universe actually works. Think of the universe like a mirror. It doesn't give you what you want. It reflects back what you're being. When you're being grateful, content, and appreciative, the universe has no choice but to send you more things to be grateful for. This is why traditional manifestation methods often fall short. They keep you focused on what you don't have, which just creates more of that feeling of lacking something. But when you shift your focus to appreciation and contentment, you create a completely different energy. You're no longer trying to fix something wrong in your life. You're simply allowing more good to flow to you. It's like the difference between chasing someone and attracting them naturally. When you chase, they usually run away. But when you're content and happy with yourself, people are naturally drawn to you. The same principle applies to everything you want to manifest. When you're not desperate for it, when you're not constantly thinking about how much you need it, that's when it starts showing up in your life. This works because you're no longer sending mixed signals to the universe. Before you were saying, I want this, but your energy was saying, I don't have this, and it makes me feel bad. Now you're saying, I'm happy now, and I'm open to more. This clarity makes all the difference. When your thoughts, feelings, and energy are all aligned, manifestation becomes effortless. Think of it like a garden. You can't make a flower grow faster by pulling on it. All you can do is create the right conditions, good soil, water, sunlight, and then let nature do its work. This method is about creating the right conditions in your life through your state of being. When you're in a state of appreciation and contentment, you create the perfect conditions for your desires to manifest naturally. The beauty of this approach is that it takes all the pressure off. You don't have to worry about doing it perfectly or following exact steps at exact times. You just need to focus on feeling good in the present moment and being grateful for what you already have. The rest happens naturally, often in ways you couldn't have planned or imagined. Let's talk about the biggest mistakes people make when trying this method. I see these happening all the time, and I want to make sure you don't fall into these traps. Because once you understand what to avoid, your manifestation journey becomes so much smoother. The first major mistake is overthinking. People often try to make this more complicated than it needs to be. They start wondering if they're feeling grateful enough, or if they're doing it right, or if they should be doing more. This overthinking actually blocks the natural flow of manifestation. Remember, a flower doesn't think about growing, it just grows. Your manifestations should feel just as natural. Another common mistake is forcing feelings. Some people try to fake positivity or pretend they're happy when they're not. This doesn't work because the universe responds to your real energy, not the energy you're trying to show on the surface. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to feel down sometimes. The key is to be honest with yourself while gently steering your focus toward things that genuinely make you feel better. The third big mistake is giving up too soon. People often start this practice with enthusiasm, but quit when they don't see immediate results. They might try it for a few days, then decide it's not working, and go back to their old ways. But manifestation is like growing a garden. You don't plant seeds today and expect flowers tomorrow. The magic happens in the consistency, in making this a natural part of your daily life. Let me share some real examples of how this method has worked for people. These aren't extraordinary cases. They're everyday people who simply applied this simple truth and watched their lives transform. I'm sharing these not to brag, but to show you what's possible when you understand how manifestation really works. There was Sarah, who had been struggling to find a job she loved. She had all the qualifications, but kept getting rejected. After learning this method, she stopped desperately searching and instead started appreciating her current situation, the free time she had, the opportunity to clarify what she really wanted, even the chance to work on her personal projects. Within 3 weeks, she got 2 job offers, including one that was even better than what she had originally wanted. Then there's Mike, who had been trying to manifest a relationship for years. He had tried everything: dating apps, speed dating, asking friends to set him up. But after learning about this approach, he focused instead on appreciating the love he already had in his life and enjoying his own company. He stopped feeling like he needed someone to complete him. And guess what? He met his partner at a coffee shop just a month later, when he wasn't even looking. These stories aren't unusual. I've seen this work for people manifesting everything from small things like parking spots to bigger dreams like starting their own businesses. The key pattern in all these stories is the same. When they stopped trying so hard and instead focused on appreciation and contentment, things started falling into place naturally. Now it's time for you to put this into practice. But I want you to start small. Don't try to manifest your biggest dreams right away. Instead, begin with appreciating what's already in your life right now. Start with the simplest things: your morning coffee, the comfortable bed you sleep in, the air you breathe. Feel genuine gratitude for these things. Tomorrow, expand this practice a little more. Notice the good things that happen during your day, no matter how small. Maybe someone smiled at you, or you caught all green lights on your way to work, or your favorite song came on the radio. These moments might seem insignificant, but acknowledging them trains your mind to notice the good that's already present in your life. As you do this, you'll start to feel different. You might notice that you're more relaxed, more positive, more open to possibilities. This is the perfect state for manifestation to occur. From this place of contentment and appreciation, start allowing yourself to dream bigger, but without that desperate need to make things happen immediately. The most beautiful thing about this manifestation secret is that it not only brings you what you want, it also makes your present moment more enjoyable. You're no longer living in a state of constant wanting, always waiting for the next thing to make you happy. Instead, you're finding joy and contentment right now, while staying open to all the wonderful things life has in store for you. Remember, manifestation isn't about forcing the universe to give you what you want. It's about aligning yourself with the natural flow of abundance that's already trying to reach you. When you understand this, when you truly get that the power isn't in the wanting, but in the appreciating, everything changes. You were drawn to this message today for a reason. Something inside you knew it was time to learn this truth. Trust that feeling. Trust that you have everything you need inside you to create the life you dream of. The universe isn't withholding anything from you. It's just waiting for you to shift into the right state of being to receive it. Start today. Start right now. Take a moment after this video to look around you and find something to genuinely appreciate. Let that feeling fill you up. That's the beginning of your new manifestation journey. And know that as you practice this, as you make this shift in how you approach manifestation, amazing things will start happening in your life. You're not alone on this journey. There's a whole community of people discovering this truth and transforming their lives through it. Share your experiences in the comments below. Let us know what you're grateful for today. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more guidance on living your best life. Remember, your dreams aren't just possibilities. They're inevitabilities when you approach them from this new understanding. The power has always been within you. Now you know how to use it.